Good morning students, welcome to the biology class. So we are going to study about the female reproductive system in this video lecture. So let's have a look at it. This is our female body. This is the body of a female. So can you see, a female is having, in the human, the female is having reproductive system in the pelvic area. This is the reproductive system, the female reproductive system located in the pelvic area, and she is also having mammary glands to feed the baby. She is also having the mammary glands to feed her baby, newborn baby, to feed the newborn baby. So these are two essential components. This is the reproductive system, but mammary gland is also necessary. It is not a part of reproductive structure, but it is necessary to nourish the newborn baby. Okay. So can you see the reproductive system is present in the pelvic area, and it opens outside through the vagina, through the opening known as vagina. It opens outside the body through the vagina. It opens outside the body through vagina. So now we will be looking on this reproductive system in detail. So let's zoom it out. So zoom in. So let's zoom in. So this is the female reproductive structure. As you can see, the primary sex organ in female is a pair of ovary. Female is having a pair of ovary. Female is having a pair of ovary. Ovary is the primary sex organ because it produces the ova. It produces the ovum. So first male reproductive organ is the ovaries. Female is having a pair of ovaries. Female is having a pair of ovaries, one on the each side in the pelvic cavity. And be careful, it is not connected to these tubes. It is supported by the ligaments. It is attached to the pelvic cavity in the body wall through the ligaments. It is not connected to this structure actually. Some books may show, in some books the diagram looks like it is attached to this fallopian tube, but it is not like that. Now female is having a pair of ovaries which produce the ova, which produce the ovum, and also release the female sex hormone estrogen, and also release the female sex hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and the progesterone. So what is the function of ovary? It produces the ova. It produces the female sex hormone estrogen and progesterone. This is the function of ovaries. Two ovaries are here. Inside the ovary there are ova. Ova are produced. Okay. And one more thing to mention is that these ova, there are many ova present before the birth of a female. So female की जब reproductive maturity आई नहीं है, sorry for the interruption. So let's continue. फीमेल की जब ऐसा नहीं है कि रिप्रोडक्टिव मैच्योरिटी पे ही ओवा बनते हैं, इमैच्योर ओवरियन फॉलिकल्स होते हैं, वी विल डिस्कस लेटर. वो जब फीमेल का बर्थ हुआ है ना, फीमेल इज अ बेबी, उसकी एम्ब्रियोनिक स्टेज पे एक्चुअली बनने लग जाते हैं. सो वी विल डिस्कस दैट थिंग लेटर ऑन. नाउ लेट्स पुट आवर फोकस ऑन द स्ट्रक्चरल पार्ट. Now ovary is having the ova, it is the primary sex organ. Now there is a fallopian tube. These two are the fallopian tubes. This whole structure is the fallopian tube. The two fallopian tubes will join to form the uterus. This is the uterus. This part is the uterus. Let me label here. This part is the uterus, and these are the fallopian tube. This is the fallopian tube. This is the fallopian tube. This is the fallopian tube. The two fallopian tubes join to form a structure that is uterus. The uterus is inverted pear shaped. You can see the shape. It is having shape of a inverted pear. This is uterus. Now the narrow end of the uterus is known as the cervix. The lower narrow end of the uterus is known as the cervix. Known as the cervix. This is the cervix. Let us make a double wall here like this. This is the cervix part. और cervix की जो ये empty canal है, this is known as the cervical canal. This is the cervix part. This is the cervical canal. This is the cervical canal. And this lowermost opening which opens outside through female body is the vagina. Through this opening, male will insert his sperms actually. Male will insert his sperms by his copulatory organ penis inside the vagina. So it is also an opening for deposition of sperm, and it is also an opening for the birth of baby. So vagina is also called as birth canal. Ovaries we are done. Vagina is also called as birth canal. See, actually the thing is, in your NCERT textbook or any book which you will study up to 10th class, they are saying that vagina is the birth canal. But what is the actual concept? This whole canal, cervical canal plus vagina, this whole is the birth canal actually. This whole canal is birth canal. So, what is birth canal actually? Cervical canal plus vagina. This is the birth canal actually. But up to in your NCERT textbook as well as mostly books up to 10th standard, they will say that vagina is birth canal. So that is also okay, because the external opening is vagina through which baby comes out. So vagina can also be said as the birth canal. This is uterus. Now I am repeating the basic structure. There are a pair of ovaries, a pair of fallopian tube also known as oviduct. Okay. They join to form an inverted pear-shaped structure, uterus. The narrow part of the uterus is known as cervix, which is having cervical canal, and this opening, this is vagina, which opens outside the female body. Now, let's study some functional aspect of the female reproductive system. How fertilization occurs, how sperms are deposited, and all that. So, let me tell you, fallopian tube is having three parts. You can see this finger-like structure, the portion which is having the finger-like structure, this portion of the oviduct is called as, infundibulum. This portion is called as infundibulum. This one. The one which is having these finger-like projection, and these finger-like projection in the infundibulum are known as the fimbriae. Getting the point? Just this part, the funnel-like part is called as infundibulum. This funnel-like part of oviduct is called as infundibulum, which is having finger-like projection called fimbriae. Fimbriae is the name of the projections, and this whole part is infundibulum. Now, beyond the infundibulum, there is a wider part. It should be actually shown some wider. There is a wide portion. It is comparatively broader. This broader portion is known as the ampulla. And ampulla leads to a narrow portion. That is the isthmus. So these are parts of a fallopian tube. infundibulum, ampulla and the isthmus. This funnel-like portion is infundibulum, then a wide region which is the ampulla, then a narrow portion isthmus. These all three are parts of a oviduct or fallopian tube is having these three portions. Okay. Now let us study how ovulation occur, how fertilization occur. So let's see. Now the ovary will produce one ova every month. Each ovary will produce one ova alternately. Means suppose in this month this ovary will be producing ovum, and in the next month this ovary will be producing ovum. So they alternate in the ovum production. One month this ovary will produce ovum, one month this ovary will produce ovum. So when ova is produced, it is released from the ovary. Now these fimbriae move. These fimbriae are used, they will catch the ova. These fimbriae will move so that they can capture the ova. So by this, ova is captured and it moves into the oviduct. Let me show here. I am erasing this. I would require space. What I have said. Ova released from the ovary. This fimbriae finger-like structure will move to capture the ova. So ova are captured by this. So now what have happened? Ova has moved into the infundibulum portion. From the infundibulum portion, only one ova is there. The ova will move to this. Ova will move to ampulla region. Then ovum will move to the isthmus region. Infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. Now what happens if female has done sexual intercourse on a proper time, so that male has deposited the sperms by penis. So sperms are also travelling here. Sperms are also travelling in the tract, in the female reproductive tract. So sperms will reach here and ova will also reach here, and fertilization can occur. Fertilization in case of humans occur in the fallopian tube. And which location in the fallopian tube? The fertilization occur at the ampulla isthmus junction, at the junction of ampulla and isthmus region. You know, this wider portion is ampulla, this narrow region is isthmus. Most commonly the fertilization occur at ampulla isthmus junction, the junction between these two portions. Here something. The fertilization will occur, sperm and ova will fuse. To form the zygote. Here the fertilization will occur. Now what will happen after fertilization? The zygote so formed. So let us see the post fertilization events. Now I am not showing the ovary. I will focus just on the fallopian tube and the uterus part. Now what will happen? I am showing only one sided. Okay. So what will happen if at the ampulla isthmus junction zygote has formed? At the ampulla isthmus junction. Now the zygote start division to form two cells. It will start division, a special type of cell division which is known as the cleavage. What does cleavage mean? Cleavage typically means to cut. So it will start cutting the cells, 2 cells, 4 cells, 8 cells, 16 cells, and ultimately a multicellular stage will be formed here. Actually there are many stages, but you don't have to study this. First of all, by the cleavage a ball-like stage is formed. That is called as morula, but you don't need to know about this morula. Then ultimately a stage is reached, the stage these dividing cells, ये जो ball बन गई है cells की divide करके cell divide, they will move to the uterus. Now this is the uterus wall. This is the wall of the uterus. It will produce some structure villi. This stage is blastocyst. There is a stage called as blastocyst. This is the stage at which stage it will get embedded into the mother tissue, into the uterus tissue. So what will happen? This blastocyst will get embedded through its villi, and the female uterus tissue will also form some structures, some blood spaces like this. Female tissue will also form. Female tissue will also proliferate. Female tissue will also grow around this to cover it. Somewhere like this. So what I am saying, I am repeating it. Zygote divide करा क्लीवेज से 2 cells, 4 cells, 8 cells बने. एक स्टेज आती है ball like stage morula. Ball like stage morula. Okay, this is morula. Now after morula there is a stage called as blastocyst. Blastocyst will embed. It will show the implantation. Implantation occur at this stage. Implantation occur at blastocyst stage. Implantation occur at blastocyst stage. Implantation means when the blastocyst gets embedded into the uterine tissue. So it gets embedded into the uterine tissue with the help of these finger-like structures. With the help of these finger-like structures. Okay. And the female tissue will also form. Female tissue will also grow around these. Some blood spaces will be there. Many uterine tissue will also be there. So this complete structure formed by the union of embryonic tissue and mother tissue is placenta, and this is the only tissue in human body which is formed by two individual, baby and mother both. This is the only organ or the only tissue which is formed by combination of both mother tissue and embryonic tissue. Placenta. It is a connection between the mother tissue. It is connection between a mother body and the body of baby. So placenta will provide nutrition for the development of baby. Placenta will provide nutrition for development of baby. Now there will many events will occur. Baby will grow. Organs will form, heart will form, brain will form, and human pregnancy lasts for 9 months or 267 days. 267 days or the 9 months. After 9 months, the uterus will start contracting. Strong contractions होगा जिससे फीमेल को बहुत दर्द होगा, पेन होगा, that is labor pain, and the baby will be delivered. Baby will be delivered outside the body through the vagina. There is a vagina. Through the birth canal, baby will be delivered. So in this way reproduction have occurred. Okay, female and male fertilization have occurred. This implantation has occurred. During the pregnancy embryonic development have occurred, and ultimately this is called as parturition. The birth of baby is called as parturition. Baby is delivered outside. So a new life has come into play. Okay, reproduction हो चुका है. और अब क्या होता है, जब फीमेल बर्थ दे देती है, when female gives the birth to the baby, after giving birth to the baby, during the whole pregnancy, फीमेल की जो ब्रेस्ट साइज इंक्रीज करता है, मेमरी ग्लैंड जो है, मेमरी ग्लैंड का साइज इंक्रीज करता है टू प्रोड्यूस द मिल्क. बेबी को न्यूरिश करने के लिए मेमरी ग्लैंड में मिल्क बनता रहता है. और इनिशियल डेज में बेबी के बर्थ के 1-2 दिन के बाद, बेबी के 1-2 दिन के बाद जो मिल्क है, मदर का जो ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग है, ब्रेस्ट मिल्क है, वो बेबी को जरूर देना चाहिए. बिकॉज उसमें ऐसी एंटीबॉडीज होती है, कुछ उसमें एंटीबॉडी होती है जो बेबी को इम्यूनिटी प्रोवाइड करेंगी. व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, बेबी का जब बर्थ हो गया है उसके 1-2-3 डेज तक जो मदर का मिल्क होता है, दैट इज़ अ स्पेशल मिल्क, दैट इज़ क्वाइट थिक, कॉल्ड एज अ कोलोस्ट्रम. उसमें कुछ एंटीबॉडीज होती है दैट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द इम्यूनिटी ऑफ बेबी. सो ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग should be done just after the birth of baby. So this was all about the female reproductive system. In the next lecture we will see about the menstrual cycle. This is all about the female reproductive system and the functional aspect, how fertilization occur, how baby birth occur. So thanks for watching the video. Bye students, see you in the next class.